Welcome to Chair Yoga, and in today's class we'll be focusing on the low back and also a few sitting tips. There was a saying probably 30 years ago, sitting is the new smoking, and in many ways the research I've done on sitting is not so much the sitting is the problem, it's the way we sit, and it's an issue, especially if you're in an office or traveling on an aeroplane. So we'll do some tips for how to sit at work or on a long distance aeroplane flight as well today. So just thinking about the way we're sitting, so you become aware of the way you're sitting. Are your feet lifted, or are they flat? Are they together? Are they apart? Are they moderately apart? Where are your sit bones in relationship to the chair? Are they at the back of the chair and you're leaning back, or towards the front of the chair, which is where I'd like you to sit, coming towards the front of the chair, feet flat on the ground. And you'll notice the shape of my legs, approximately 90 degrees at the knees. If you have a big chair or short legs, sometimes just putting your feet on blocks can make a big difference to the position of the feet, the legs. And notice that the hamstrings are somewhat engaged, as are the calf muscles in this seated position, so it can get very tight. The muscles that join the quadriceps to the hips, the hip flexors, are also quite tight in this position. So we need to find ways to stretch those out, and they all help alleviate problems in the low back. Notice if you feel evenly weighted, or are you leaning to one side? So just notice that. How is my seat? Is it asymmetrical? And because we're working on the low back today, let's start with a moving centering. Grab the knees and we'll stir the torso in a circle around the hips. So we're just stirring up where the low back meets the back of the hips, stirring up the side rib cage where it travels down, the obliques travel into the hips. And we're just feeling that motion. Sometimes the back is slightly arching as you come back, and it's rounding as you come forward. Now you can make those circles as big as you like. What would happen if you widened the feet and made the circles even deeper? So you start to create a bigger circle. And you feel a traction in the low back as you come forward. You feel the shoulders start to become involved. Let the head be on a swivel so the head's starting to move as well. So the whole spine is stirring, moving, twisting. Now the next time you come up, pause, and we'll go the other way. And just notice if the opposite direction has any different impact on the low back, the legs, and the hips. Two more circles, and then we'll come back to that standard seat that we started class with, towards the front of the chair, feet flat on the floor. And we'll check and become aware of the pelvis. Grab your hip bones. Now push with the thumbs. So as you push with the thumbs, there's a sense of the low back arching. You might feel that. And that's called a forward tilt in the pelvis. Now if you push with the fingertips and round the back, and the head comes forward, shoulders come forward, that's tilting the pelvis backwards. So move between those two push and pulls, tilting the pelvis forward and backward like a little Rolodex. And just move like you're doing cat and cow. And feeling that in the low back area. And then come to neutral with the tiniest tilt forward. Tiniest tilt forward. And this is roughly the ideal seating posture with the hands, palms face upwards, not downwards. So it brings the shoulders back. And usually the head now stacks on top of the shoulders, shoulders on the hips, so we have this nice postural alignment. Extend both legs out in front so you start to feel the stretch through the back of the legs, through the calf muscles. Which tight calf muscles impact the low back. If you slide the hands gradually down to the kneecaps, you start to move the stretch into your hamstrings, which also impact the low back. Slide back up. And we're going to continue our trombone slides down the legs. And each time you come down, I'm going to invite you to see if you want to go a little further with the reach, closer to the feet. But I want you to do it in a delicious way. So if you find yourself grimacing, don't go that far, just a delicious traction through the back of the legs, even into the low back when you get to a certain depth. So you're looking for your Goldilocks spot. We'll do 5 more slides. Looking for your Goldilocks spot where you're going to hold the forward fold, the forward bend, for about 5 breaths. So 3 more slides, looking for that just right spot. You might be reaching your toes by now. You might be reaching beyond your toes. But remember, for 5 breaths, so as you slide down this time, I'm going to hold for 5 breaths. Breathing into all the sensations, low back, hamstrings, calf muscles. Maybe even the mid-back. 3 more breaths here. Now to come out, walk the hands up the legs. Let the hands support the low back as you come up, so you're not lifting with the low back. Cross the right ankle over the left. And we're going to do some trombone slides in that crossed leg position. 5 times. 2. Taking your time. 3. Maybe at the speed of your breath, inhaling as you sit up. Exhaling as you come down. 4. Once again, look for the Goldilocks spot. We're going to hold for 3 breaths this time. Walking the hands up, come back up. Good. Change the cross of the leg. Left over right. 3 trombone slides, looking for the just right spot. Excuse me. Exhaling as you come forward. Inhale as you come up. And then hold for 3 breaths. And then walking the hands up. Change the cross of the leg, and this time Slide that right ankle up until it's above the knee joint if you can. If you can't, you can put a strap around the ankle and hold it, and then carefully bend the bottom knee so you have a figure 4 seat. Not so easy to do on an aeroplane, especially if you have a close neighbor next to you, but today we'll assume we've got a little bit of space. Grab the toes and the ankle and start to twirl your foot. Getting into the ankle joint. And when you travel in an aeroplane, you really want to work the ankle joint as much as you can. Point flex, rotate the foot. Get up and walk around the cabin. Rotate the other way. Passive ankles, so the hand's doing all the work. So in this variation of pigeon, pause, figure 4, once again hinging forward and backward, just bowing down towards the shin, chest towards the shin. Oh, feeling that in the low back in a different way, in the glutes as well. 2 more and then hold for 3 breaths. And down and hold. And slowly come up. Change the cross of the leg. Figure 4, other side. Start with the bows, the prostrations, just to feel gradually getting into the outer left thigh this time, and lower left back. And then hold for 3 breaths. And as you come up, let's grab the ankle and the toes and rotate this foot. Rotate the other direction. And then pause, lowering the feet and extending both legs out like we did with the forward fold, except this time I want you to grab the back of the chair, the seat of the chair I should say, and slowly lean back into the back of the chair. So you've got a nice plank position here. If you feel like you might be slipping off your chair, just keep holding the chair. If you feel stable in the chair, you can bring the hands behind the head. Curl the toes back so you really feel a stretch in the calf muscle. For 3. 2. Now to come out, grab the seat of the chair for stability. Lift the torso, bend the legs. Let's check in on the low back. Grab the knees and we'll do some torso twirls here. Oh yeah, just feeling how that low back is going. Do 3 or 4 torso twirls in each direction. So once you've done your 3 or 4 on one direction, just switch. Now, over the years, the other thing that I found really, really helpful for our seat is, can we move the spine in very specific directions as often as we can through the day? So the 6 spinal directions, I think I've written, if you could do that every 10 or 15 minutes of seating during the day, you'll find a tremendous benefit. So once again, it's not the sitting the problem, it's the way we sit and how little we move. So I encourage you to fidget when you sit. Don't sit like a statue all day in one position, because you'll freeze up the joints. So how are we going to move the spine in 6 different directions? Well, let's start with the classic. We've already been doing quite a bit of that, cat and cow. Reach the hands around behind you. Grab the back of the seat. Now squeeze the shoulder blades here. As you squeeze the shoulder blades, the low back is going to arch. If you lift the chin, the low back will arch even more. Release, grab the knees and pull against the knees, and as you do, round the low back. Head comes down, chin towards chest, shoulders come forward, so we traction out the entire back. Let's try that once more. Come back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin. And then grab the knees and round, pull against the knees. And come on. Now we can turn that into a nice vinyasa flow if we like. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up, reach up. Exhale, grab the chair behind you. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the chin, open up. And then exhale, hug the big tree in front of you, the big imaginary tree. Wrap your arms around it, drop the head. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up, hallelujah. Exhale, grab the chair behind you. Keep holding the chair, squeeze the shoulder blade, arch the back, look up. Inhale, exhale, hug the tree. One more round. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up, hallelujah. Exhale, grab the chair and relax. Keep holding the chair, squeeze, arch, look up. Exhale, hug the tree. And relax. Another vinyasa flow that's nice for those 2 directions of the spine is widen the feet a little bit. And before we start it, we'll just come into some deep traction in the low back. Elbows on thighs. If you have a block in handy in front of you. It's a bit hard to do this one in the aeroplane. You tend to bump your head on the back of somebody's seat, especially if it's reclined, but if you can, it's a nice one. Hands on the blocks. Lean your weight into the block through the hands. Bend the elbows and bring the torso down into a big deep traction into the low back. Look under your chair. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can grab the elbows and dangle, looking back under the chair. So this is a very deep traction into the low back. To come out, push your hands onto the mat or block, elbows to the thighs. Walk the hands back along the thighs and come up slowly. Good. So that kind of prepares the back for our sun breaths. So with sun breaths, keeping the feet nice and wide. Inhale, lift up the arms, look up, reach up. And then exhale, swan dive or reverse swan, or swan dive down, touching the ground, head looks under the chair. Straighten the arms and create a pike or a 90-degree bend in the torso, pike pose. Now, to come up from this position, what I want you to do is push down through the feet, almost like you're lifting off the chair. Bring the hands out and then push through the feet to come up. So you use the strength of your legs to lift you back up. Bring the hands together into prayer position at the chest. So there's our first sun breath. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up, hallelujah. Exhale, swan dive forward, big wings, dangle, look under the chair. Straighten the arms, press through the feet, strong legs, bring the arms out to the side, and with all the strength you can in the legs, push into the ground, lifting the torso up, reverse swan dive, hallelujah, hands together, exhale, hands to the chest. So there's two. Let's do one with the breath. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, pike. Exhale, push through the feet, lift up, look up, reach up. Hands together. Inhale to the chest. One more. Inhale, lift up, look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive to the earth. Inhale, pike. Exhale, reverse swan dive. Hands together at the chest. So there's our very important forward and backward movements of the spine. Lateral spine. Let's bring the feet back to neutral. And we're simply going to rock like you're on a little boat. You're going to lean like a zombie to one side. That left hand dangles, head comes to the side. And then come back to normal, and we'll zombie to the other side. That's it. And then we'll start rocking gently from side to side. Not too quickly, so I like to do it at the speed of my breathing. Inhale as I sit up. Exhale as I come to the side. So this is also moving the spine laterally, side to side, very important direction. When you pick up your shopping bags, of course, you reach down and pick it up, etc. And if you're sitting next to someone in the airplane, you can rest your head on their shoulder on one side and then the other, and they might move and give you empty seats. Now we're going to add a little intensity to this rocking by taking, if you lean to the left, your right hand is going to tap the back of your head. Now that's going to add more weight to the spine, more demand. So the muscles that stabilize the spine are going to work harder here. It's going to build core strength. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, lift to the other side, tap with the other arm. And keep on with the flow. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, lean laterally. One side, tapping the head, and then the other. Now, if that gets too much for your spine, just drop the hand tap and go back to listing. And if you want to take it to another level, the next time you come over, rainbow the hand over the head, past the back of the head, and that will add more demand and load to the spine. Coming into your more traditional half moon shape. And if you really want to overload the spine here, the next time you come over, hold and bring the other hand up into your more traditional half moon. So that's a lot of load on the spine. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, other side. So you've got lots of options here. And then slowly come back to neutral. Now I don't know about you, but my low back's feeling a little like it needs a little love. So I'm going to do my torso twirls here. Just give that low back a little bit of relief. It's been working hard. And of course, when I suggest you move the spine in 6 different directions regularly through the day, I don't really mean to take as much time as we're doing. You just take, I'd say 1 minute. 1 minute of moving the spine in the 6 different directions. So we've moved the spine in 4 directions now, front, back, side to side. And the next one is going to be the twist, of course, the rotation. So we can do that in a number of ways. One is you simply bring the left hand behind you, right hand crosses over, and you look to the left and you go, oh, okay, there's a twist, and then you do the other side. And then you can do it to the rhythm of the breathing. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, turn one side. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, the other side. So that's a nice gentle twisting motion. Working this low back. Working the neck. And working the thoracic spine as well. So it's a nice all-encompassing spinal rotation. Now, if we try something a little different here, the next time you twist to the left, pause, and deepen the twist. So you bring the left shoulder back more. One way to do that is to bring the hand to the other side of the chair. Really brings that left shoulder back. Now it's important the neck doesn't freeze up here, so when we hold a deep spinal twist like this, there's a tendency that the neck will start to freeze up. So bring the head to neutral, chin over chest. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, turn the head to the back shoulder. Inhale the head back to neutral, just the head. And then exhale the head to the front shoulder. Inhale the head neutral. Exhale back shoulder. Inhale neutral. Exhale right shoulder. Do 2 more in your own time. Now, when you come back to neutral, relax the arms and allow the spine to unwind itself gradually. So that's a deep spinal twist, and you'll feel the impact of that in the body. Let's try the other side for balance. Right hand back, cross, left hand crosses. Nice deep spinal twist. Right shoulder comes back. Keep the neck long and the head swiveled. As you exhale, turn to one shoulder. Inhale through neutral. Exhale the other shoulder, and just do that for 5 or 6 head rotations. next inhale, come to neutral. Once again, release the pressure in the arms, let the spine unwind itself. So the 6 directions of the spine, extremely important for good back health. And of course, when you're in a cramped space or you're sitting for long periods of time, it's important to also get up from the chair. So if you're in an aeroplane, get out of the seat. And we'll do some out of the seat exercises here for the back. So let's come out of the seat in conscious form. Have the feet so that you can just see the toes over the under. You lean forward, you'll see the toes just past the kneecaps. So what's that? Slightly acute angle behind the knee. Slightly acute. And if you lean forward, you want to feel like, oh, if I stood up here, my feet would support me. This is the position you want the feet. You don't want them too far in front. You don't want them too far back. You want them planted. You lean forward and you fairy tap the sides of your chair. Fairy tap. Lean forward more and push up slowly, coming up, standing slowly up. That's it. So you use the legs and the glutes to stand. You're not using the back. And I'm going to get you to position your chair at the front of the mat and reverse its direction to face you. You keep your chair there. I'm going to reposition my chair so you can see what I'm up to clearly without any impediment. So you've been in the airplane for half an hour or so, and you get up and you go back somewhere in the airplane where you can find a little bit of space, and you find a little space you can put your hands on. Usually where the exit door is, towards the back of the plane, is a great place to go, near the bathrooms. And you walk your feet back until you feel straight legs, but a nice comfortable stretch in the low back and the shoulders. And you push the hips back here, pushing back, 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 back. Get a delicious stretch through the back of the legs and the low back. Very important to stretch the legs out when you're flying or sitting for long periods of time. Another one of my favorites is to step the right foot forward. So you keep the left foot where it is, the right foot forward, and you have both legs nice and straight. So both legs have created a pyramid shape or a triangle shape. And you bring left hand onto the hip, so you create a twist. Right hand stays nice and straight. Now the more you bring that top shoulder back, the more you get the twist, and you feel a stretch in the hips and the legs. If you like, you can lift that top arm up towards the ceiling, and that gives you the traditional pyramid shape in yoga. And then slowly lower that hand down and step both the front foot back. Come into your L stretch once again, which in some ways is like a downward dog. If you want to do a little strength work here, keep both hands on the chair and come onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels, and you come into your plank pose. And that'll give you a nice stretch in the calf muscles as well. Push back L stretch, low back traction, shoulder traction. Excuse me. And then we'll do the other side. Left foot forward. Straight legs. Keep the hips square for now. Right hand, right hip. Left hand stays on the seat. And you can lift that right hand to the sky if you like. And right hand down, step back, L stretch. Whew. Come onto the balls of the feet if you like that one. Plank. Keep the buttocks nice and strong, squeeze, feel the calf muscle stretch, and then come back. Step towards the chair, bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Lovely. Exhale. Let's prepare for some relaxed seating. So bringing your chair back to your mat in the normal way. Have some blocks handy. And if you don't have blocks, you can always use cushions. Bring the blocks underneath your feet, or the cushions underneath your feet. Stand your feet on the blocks or cushions, and then shuffle until the low back is supported in the back of the chair. Now, if you're very tall, you have long legs, you won't need to use the blocks or cushions. This is more for an average to shorter length legs. You want to get the feet elevated a little bit so that when you're leaning back, there's no pressure on the low back. It's nice and comfortable. Palm position. Usually we have our palms resting face down on the thighs or the lap. But I want you to reverse so the back of the hands are resting on the lap or thighs. Now this is going to bring the shoulders back more, and then allow the shoulders to feel heavy and relaxed. Every time you breathe out, let the muscles in the face become heavy and relaxed. So this heavy, relaxed feeling accompanies every exhale. The eyes become heavy and relaxed. The lips become soft and limp, heavy and relaxed. Even the bones, like the cheekbones and the ears, the skull, become soft and relaxed. So every exhale is a mantra, a reminder to become soft, heavy, and relaxed. Each inhale simply brings life force and energy into your nervous system. Each inhale cools the body down, nourishes the body. Each inhale expands. Each exhale contracts, lets go. And this way of sitting and reminding yourself of this rhythm of life force in, relaxation out, is something you can access at the office, in front of the television, on the aeroplane, in the bus, in Australia, in Poland, in America. When you're lying down or seated, even while you're walking around. Instant access to your own pharmaceutical company. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste.